Hello, all my chickadees! Welcome back to Nightshade, You're the Drug. This is part 5, I believe. So if you haven't seen parts 1 through 4, you should hop on over to my channel and check them out. So you're up to date and you know what's going on, because oh my goodness. We left off checking up with Sasha. He had a flashback to when they were little, and then he woke up in the hospital. Yay! Maybe not yay. Miska's still missing. We don't know if he's okay or not. So hopefully we'll find out in this part. See more about, like, Miska. Hopefully where he's at. If he's alive. If he's not bleeding out. You know, we need to know this. Game, don't do this to us, please. Okay. Alright, buckle up, buttercups, because here we go. Alright, should be this one. Yes, that's where we left off. Okay, resume. Oh, we are at Miska! We are at Miska! Yes. A small groan of pain fell from Miska's lips as he gradually became conscious. His body ached. He tried to move, but felt the cold bite of restraints at his wrist. Sasha, I can't see. Darkness surrounded him, and the feeling of fabric against his face was a quick indication of just what kind of predicament he was in. He grimaced and began to struggle, testing the strength of the rope tied around his body. Who are you, dude? I wouldn't do that if I was you. You still have a pretty big gash on your side there. That was not a voice he recognized. Miska scowled and turned his head towards the speaker. How about you come over here and take this bag off? Sorry, I'm not allowed to fraternize with prisoners. Only keep watch. I'll let the boss know you're awake. Again, try not to struggle too much. You'll bleed all over the floor, and then I'll have to clean it up. Metal chair scraped harshly against the concrete floor as the man stood up and walked away. Miska swiveled his head, following the direction of the noise. He heard the hollow clang of a large metal door slamming shut. Then nothing. He knew he was alone. God damn it. Sasha, I hope you're okay. Several painfully slow minutes passed in silence. Miska slowly flexed his fingers, gripping the edge of the cuffs that bound his arms behind him. Rope tightly secured his ankles to the leg of the chair beneath him. He yanked at the bonds, trying to loosen their hold. Still, nothing budged. Suddenly, the door swung open.
There he is.
Hi? Abruptly, the fabric on his head was ripped off and tossed to the ground. The light in the room was damn near blinding. Miska squinted against the glare, head falling forward to shield his eyes.
How nice of you to finally join us. Did you sleep well?
No, we didn't. No, we didn't sleep well. No, thank you for asking. The man who just entered stopped in front of Miska, his lips upturned into a thin smile. A slim man dressed in black hovered beside him like a guard dog waiting for any signs of trouble. You're the one that followed us! Grr.
Well...
If you wanted to see me so badly, all you had to do was ask. Nicely. And on your knees. He sneered. Blood was smeared at the corner of his mouth and stained his shirt, spreading across the fabric around his stab wound like spilled ink. Every move he made sent a spike of pain radiating out from the deep gash.
Oh?
Good. I was wondering, if you wouldn't be able to talk. What with you being gutted and all, I'll have to thank Ida for leaving you in such great condition. Miska gave a wide, fake smile, his teeth flashing sharply in the bright light. Thanks for the concern. I'm touched. So, what's the occasion? Birthday party? Wedding? Roman's eyes narrowed slightly, his smile unmoving. You're a busy man, Miska. Think of this as a well-deserved, unpaid vacation. How generous of you. But you're wasting your time, Roman. You know how it goes. I'd rather die than give you information, blah blah blah. Ida sighed under his breath. You think I brought you here for information? There's nothing you have that I need. Then why did you take us? Then why did your pet over there stab me and drag me here? Why fuck around like this and keep me alive? No need to be so eager to die. Live bait always works better. And you really think that will distract Dima? His hands twisted behind his chair, trying to slide out of the cuffs. From what? What is he doing? You ask a lot of questions for someone with one foot in the grave. Besides, you're Dima's favorite. He'll do just about anything to get you back. Jealous? I've heard about your little love story. Ida's brows burrowed and he looked away. Roman tilted his head and stared in silence. Quietly, he reached back and placed a hand on Ida's thigh. He slid his fingers along the other man's leg before suddenly unsheathing the knife hidden there. He turned back to Miska, twisting and turning the blade under the light, observing how the light gleamed off its sharp edge. Love story. So does Dima and Roman have like beef with each other, or were they friends once upon a time? So he took Miska because he knows Miska is a favorite of Dima, and so he wants to get back at Dima and lure him in. Is that it? Going to give me a scar to match the one I gave you. I take that as a yes. Miska, you gotta start watching your mouth, dude. Without warning, the knife ruthlessly swiped across Miska's face. Blood sprayed the far wall. Ah! Miska cried out and bowed his head, snarling. Good idea. Roman held the knife out to Ada, cold eyes watching Miska writhe in agony. Ada took the knife, and after flicking the blood off the end of the blade, slid it back into his thigh holster. The moment you're no longer useful, I will have you killed. You and your little friend from the club. Miska's heart skipped a beat. Eyes wide, he whipped his head up, face throbbing in pain. He winced. What? What are you talking about? A smile returned to Roman's face, and he glanced back at Ida, briefly exchanging looks. Ada told me about your friend. Sasha, was it? Miska glanced between them. His breathing had grown heavier, chest tighter with rising panic. He struggled harder against his restraints, desperate to break free. Roman, he has nothing to do with this. Oh, but I think this has everything to do with you, Miska. No, leave him out of this. Don't bring him into this. You already did, remember? Roman pulled a phone from his pocket and unlocked the screen. So many missed calls until he finally picked up. And just look at these text messages. Roman chuckled, his thumb browsing nonchalantly. Let me come over tonight. You were just here. Chill out. Just give me a key. We're practically married anyway. I filed for a divorce. Roman's laugh made Miska's stomach twist into knots. These are pitiful, Miska. Fuck off. Blood dripped down Miska's cheek, and a few drops fell to the ground as he lurched forward, lunging towards Roman, face twisted in rage. The chair shook, but held firm. Look at you, all worked up over a boy who doesn't even like you. Roman slipped his phone back into his pocket and turned to leave, placing his hand on the door handle. He paused and looked over his shoulder. There's only a thin line between obsession and insanity, Miska, and the way you jump through hoops for even a scrap of his attention is just pathetic. Ada's gaze flickered towards Roman, glancing up at the other man from where he had stood close to his side. After a moment, he lowered his eyes back to the ground. Oh, does Ada have feelings? Does Ada have feelings for Roman? Roman opened the steel door. Try not to bleed out. The door slammed behind them, the sound echoing through the empty cell. Heavy, shaky breaths dissolved into quiet sobs. Miska slumped into the chair, hands falling limp. Hot, wet tears streamed down his face, mixing with his blood, and fell to the concrete below. Sasha! Agony ripped through his chest like a bind around his heart. The pain of his wounds were nothing compared to this. I'm so sorry. Mishka's vision blurred with tears. I'm so selfish. So selfish. Oh. Now he's worried that they're going to, like, get Sasha and kill him, too. These boys. Sasha's eyes ached. His head pounded, waves of pain beating against the inside of his skull.
Ugh.
He hadn't crawled out of bed since he'd arrived, and he had no intention to. Several times during the night, he had woken up only to stare at the clock that didn't seem to move. It was the longest night he could remember. Sasha had never wanted to sleep so badly, but his body kept denying him. At least he was able to slip into shallow naps after his eyes grew tired of crying. 10 o'clock. 11 o'clock. 12 o'clock. 1 o'clock. 2 o'clock.
Hello?
I know you're in there. You literally haven't left this room, so there's nowhere else you could be. Ugh. Sasha jolted awake with a sharp gaze at the loud banging, his heart racing in his chest. He lifted his head, eyes narrowing as he tried to process a sudden noise. Hello? No, Tulip, he's definitely a cat person. Just give him a moment. What in the... Crawling slowly out of his cocoon of sheets, Sasha stumbled to his feet and into the living room. Every shuffling step sent twinges of pain through his heavy limbs. Sasha approached the front door, leaning close to look out the peephole. He was met by the gaze of a man with large purple eyes. His face was right up against the door as if he'd been trying to peer into the peephole from the other side. The man was up on his tiptoes, and an overstuffed basket hung from the crook of his elbow, the same hand clutching something much larger against his side. Sasha couldn't tell what it was. The visitor pulled his arm back, balled into a fist, and quickly rapped at the door with more fever than before. Sasha jumped and took a step back. Okay, I'm gonna try one more time. Hello? 1. He cleared his throat. 1 second. Sasha unlocked the door and opened it, and looked down. He has a cat!
God.
And oh my god, this guy's adorable. Look at him. Look at him. He's purple. He's purple! Yee! He's so cute. He brought a kitty. He brought a kitty. Yes. Okay, sorry. This is my ideal man right here. A purple boy with a cat. Thank God. Finally! Do you know how long I was out here? For like a split second I thought you were dead, but then I was like, no way! So I knocked harder and here you are. Sasha's brow furrowed slightly. And you are? An explosive laughter erupted from the shorter man. Each giggle shook the contents of his basket, drawing Sasha's eye. It was stuffed to the brim with colorful items. Tucked into the crook of the man's arm was a large calico cat. As if you don't know who I am. Oh wow, that's hilarious. You're funny. Dima didn't tell me you were funny. A mile-wide smile grew from ear to ear as the stranger stared at Sasha. Oh. Oh, you are serious. Do I not seem serious? Is that seriously a cat? Pavel! Well, since you don't seem to be in the know, I'm Pavel. You can call me Pav. And this is Tulip, my cat. Oh my god, Tulip's adorable. Pav gently grips the rotund cat with both hands and held her out in front of him with a proud smile. Sasha blinked a few times. So, what are you... Oh, Dima sent me down here to check on you. And by check on you, I meant he wanted me to ask if you remember anything from the other night. Of course. But, you know, I'm not gonna do that. So instead... He is so short. Look at him. He's so short and cute. The short man set the cat down by his feet and took hold of the basket handle, thrusting it out towards Sasha's chest. Tulip rubbed against Pav's ankle and sat quietly nearby. Oh my gosh, look at the kitty face. He's got a little kitty grin. Oh, that's cute. I brought you, like, a ton of stuff. Sasha took the basket and looked down to see soap, shampoo, a loofah, and candles? Okay, I know what you're thinking, but everyone needs candles sometimes. They heal the soul. Now, the shampoo has, like, a lavender extract in it, so it smells super good. I made it myself. Thanks. I don't normally use this stuff. Yes, I can tell. You stink. Anyway. I think he stinks because he hasn't had a bath in at least a couple of days. Well, Pavel's a straight shooter, isn't he? So anyway, I know you haven't left your room or anything, but have you thought about taking a peek around and stuff? Aren't you at least a little bit curious? I don't think your boss wants me wandering the halls. He didn't exactly roll out the welcome wagon. He's not my boss. Pavel shrugged and glanced down at Tulip before he picked her up and cradled her like a baby. Don't pay Dima any mind, really. I run the show here. So, want to come with me up to my wing? You have a full freaking wing? Dude! That wide smile returned and Pavel leaned closer to Sasha. Actually, I'm probably just gonna hang out here. Sasha averted his gaze from the visitor. Yeah, that's what I said. Hang out with me here, in this building. Though, my wing is on the 4th floor, so you'll have to take the elevator that's down the hall. That's not really what I meant. Oh, and shower first. After giving a affirming nod, Pavel turned on his heel and started off. 4th floor! Sasha stood there in stunned silence. Basket in hand, he watched the visitor turn the corner and disappear out of sight. What just happened? I think you got adopted by an extrovert. You have been assigned an extrovert. He's got a kitty. He can't be a bad guy. With a big sigh, Sasha closed his door and looked down at the care package. Guess I'd better wash up, because we stinky boy. We stinky. After fiddling with the shower knobs, he finally got the water running and began to strip down. Sasha felt his stomach drop when he saw himself in the mirror. Never in his life had he seen his body like this. Fragile, battered and bruised, swathed in bandages. No wonder he felt like shit. He probably looks even worse. As quickly as the thought entered Sasha's mind, he pushed it out. He eyed the nearby basket and its contents. Reluctantly, he reached for the small bottle and stepped under the warm stream of water to wash up. The smell wasn't nearly as strong as he anticipated. It was quite nice, actually. The loofah felt soft on his sensitive skin as he lathered the soap, careful to keep the bandages dry. After his shower, Sasha got dressed and dry swallowed a few painkillers. He toed on his shoes, tucked his C card into his pocket, and made his way out of the unfamiliar apartment. The door closed behind him with a soft click and a beep. Okay, elevators. Elevators this way? Not really sure where he was going, Sasha started down the hallway and peered around as he went, searching for the elevators. Everything was so sleek and spotless. It was hard not to get caught up in staring at it all while he's walked. Oh, hello. Oh, crap, I'm sorry. Sasha shook his head and smiled sheepishly as he took a step back. I didn't see you there. My bad. Oh, no. It's probably my bad. The man pointed to his phone. I was playing Flappy Bat, so please don't worry about it. Oh, I like Flappy Bat. Yeah? You got any good at it? I'd like to think I'm really good, yeah. Nice. That's perfect, because I'm stuck on this one level and I could use some help. If you're going to the cafeteria, you should, help me out. Sasha blinked in surprise and took another step back. I'm not hungry. Maybe some other time? Sasha rubbed the back of his neck, struggling to maintain eye contact. Oh, yeah, totally. All cool. Have a good day then. Sasha, was it? Does everyone know my name? Well, dude, you have some very unique colored hair. So, I don't think it'd be hard to say, hey, the green bean is Sasha. Yeah, I didn't catch yours. Well, that's because I didn't say it. It's Jonas. Anyway, catch you later?
See ya.
Yeah, sure. Sasha took a few steps away and then paused, turning on the spot. The hall was branching off into 3 different directions, and they all looked the same. He huffed and scratched the top of his head. How the hell did anyone find anything in this mess of a building? Hey, Jonas. He's just peeking around the corner like, you good, man? You good? Do you need any, help with anything? You look a bit lost. Sasha looked over his shoulder at the employee. Me? No, Sasha bit the inside of his lip. Where are the elevators? They're right behind you, actually. Down the hall there. I know, confusing, right? Oh, I see. Thank you. I feel like I'm trying to navigate a hospital. A hospital with no signs. Yep, see you, Sasha. You're gonna help me with that Flappy Bat level later. Sasha offered a fake smile and a small wave when Jonas strode off. Now that he had directions, he headed over towards the elevators. Once he reached them, he hit the down button and stood back, waiting. The moment the elevator opened on the 4th floor, Sasha was hit with a wave of floral scents. Yep. This is, Pav's floor. It wasn't a mystery as to why he stepped out into the open room. Holy crap. Are you a scientist, dude? Greenery covered almost square inch of the place. Plants climbed trellises on the wall, draped from the beams in the skylights, and filled pots next to the computers. It breathed life into the otherwise sterile lab. Sasha stared at sheer wonder for a moment. Floor-to-ceiling windows completely lined the walls, letting so much natural light pour in that Sasha almost felt like he was outside. Sasha looked over his shoulders to double-check the floor number. Floor 4? This has to be it, then. Meow. Something soft and warm brushed his ankles. Oh, hi again. Meow. Do you know where your dad is? Okay, good talk. Sasha started roaming around until he spotted someone sitting on a stool tucked away next to a large, sleek island. A bag of what looked like takeout was placed on the smooth surface beside them. The person noticed Sasha standing there and looked over. Wait a minute. Dude! we saw at the bar. You work here too? You were in pretty bad shape when I found you. Found me? You're the one that brought me here? Well, I couldn't just leave you there. He a big boy. He a big boy. Look at this. Sasha's tiny. Okay, I kind of want to see him standing next to Pav now because Pav is so tiny. Bringo Burr. No, I mean... Thank you. Are you feeling better? Sure. Relatively speaking, I still feel like shit. But I'd feel worse if I was left on the street. Probably. Huh. I hadn't properly introduced myself. I'm Vadim. I work with Pavel. Sasha. How does someone like him work with someone that energized? The elevator doors opened with a chime and out stepped Pavel, weighed down by 3 massive plastic bags. Oh, there he is! Look how tiny. Tiny boy. He's a full head taller than you. Okay, who's hungry? A loud bang echoed when the bags of food were dropped into the surface of Vadim. Pavel then rounded the counter and dragged a stool over, its metal legs scraping shrilly against the floor. How much is too much food, Pav? It's not too much, I just don't know what Sasha likes. So I thought I'd get one of those everything sample platters from a few of our favorite places. Aww. Where's Tulip? By the elevator last I checked. Despite Pavel's cheerful attitude, Sasha still felt out of place. He reached up and rubbed his arm. Pavel dragged another stool next to him and Vadim, and patted it, smiling at Sasha.
So,
Come on, Sasha. I need to make sure none of this is... I need you to make sure none of this is poisoned. I'm not all that hungry, honestly. Still, he walked over and took a seat. He come all the way up here after all. But Sasha... Pav, he said he's not hungry. Let's let him be, okay? What did you bring me? Oh, you know what I brought you. Pavel buried both hands into the plastic bag and rustled around till he pulled out a container. Triumphantly, he held it above his head, spotlighting it in the fluorescent lights above him. Ta-da! Chicken mashed potato bowl. Here you go. Once Pavel set the food down in front of Vadim, he leaned close and pressed a kiss to the man's cheek. Are they a thing? Heck freaking yeah. I ship it. I ship those two. Sasha watched the pair, a bit awed by how they behaved towards each other. Casual, but clearly loving. Almost like an old married couple. I can always count on you for the gourmet selections. Pavel sat down soon after and pulled off the plastic lid of its own food container. So, Sasha, how long have you known Miska? He popped a strawberry into his mouth and grinned at Sasha expectantly. Sasha stared at Pavel blankly for a moment. Since we were kids, I guess. His gaze dropped to the table. Oh, that's so cute. He only said a few things here and there after some prying, but he really cares about you. From what I heard, at least. Are you guys dating?
Pav.
Vadim's like, okay, dude, don't pry, come on. Trying to rein in his little excitable boyfriend. I'm saying they're boyfriends, okay? Until otherwise stated, I'm saying they're boyfriends. Sasha shook his head. It's fine. We're not dating. He's just a friend. Oh, ouch. Friend zoned. Vadim sighed. How long have you worked with Miska? Sasha still stared at the table, watching his fingers trace patterns on the surface. Since time is a social construct, I think it's fair to say I worked with Miska for... He lifted his head towards the ceiling and stared at the tiles above. using his fingers to slowly count in his head. 4 years? Or something like that? Right, Vadim? It's been 10 years. 10 years?
My god!
What the fuck? Are you serious? See, what did I tell you? Time is an illusion, man. Vadim, eat your biscuit or I will. Sasha's eyes widened as he looked up. 10 years? How has he been working here for 10 years? Without me knowing. This all seems pretty shady. Is this really what Sasha's been doing all this time? Is this really what you all do here?
I see.
Uh-huh. Dima must not have told you much. He didn't. He told us jack squat. Meaning I'm a drug lord who pioneers the drugs circulating the city. Vadam's a field agent and my sexy bodyguard. Miska is a top-rated assassin and oh no, Pav, you just dumped so much info. Pav is a drug lord who pioneers the drugs circulating the city? So does that mean in a way that Sasha works for Pav? Because Sasha is a drug carrier. Oh, and he just told him that Mishka's an assassin. Dima pulls all the strings. And it looks like no one has told you that. Assassin? Sasha felt his stomach flip. And here I thought you guys just ran bus lines and malls and stuff. What do you think pays for those bus lines and stuff? He smirked at Sasha. What Pav means is there's a Strexa that gets its hands dirty so we can keep the city clean. Most of what we do here is to benefit Sobina in some way. Vadim lifted his wrist and checked the time before he continued to eat. Benefit Sobina? With assassins? Pavel blinked and watched Sasha for a moment. Sasha, some of us don't have much of a choice. Dima gave us all a home here. It may be complicated, but he's done a lot for us. The large calico cat suddenly jumped up onto the countertops and pawed at the plastic lid. Except Tulip. Vadim and I found her and gave her a home. Oh no, sweetie, no chicken for you. Oh, Tulip wants chicken. Give her chicken. What do you mean? Well, when we found her, she was just a scared kitten huddled up in a box. Strexa offered us some kind of stability, so we didn't otherwise have on the outside. Whatever we lacked, Dima tried to help us find. He tries to, at least. It worked for some of us and others. Well, it's come back to bite him more than a few times. Pavel jammed his fork into a piece of chicken and scraped it off with his teeth. But, as Vadim said, Strexa is home to a lot of people who came from nothing, and we're all trying to help Sabina. The brief silence was broken when Vadim stood and pushed his stool in. Breaks up. I have to head back downstairs. Are we not gonna... Is Sasha not going to talk about the fact that, his best friend is an assassin and he didn't know about it? Aw, babe, no. Boo. Stay. There's nothing up here I need to protect you from, other than yourself. You also have a job here, remember? He leaned over and kissed the top of Pavel's head before bagging up his food and tying it. The affectionate display caused Sasha to look away. While Pavel had clearly enjoyed the kiss, he pouted. He crossed his arms childishly and kicked his legs out from the stool. I don't want to go back to work. I've hit a wall. Climb it. Vadim. Vadim just laughed. If there's anyone who can defy the odds, it's the best cytochemist in Sobina. The purple-haired man waved his hand dismissively, but he still smiled at Vadim anyway. Okay, I guess. Sasha's gonna help me, with work. That should get me over this wall. I'm gonna what? Nothing, you don't have to help him. He has enough distractions as is. Wait. Oh. As contagious as Pavel's energy was, Sasha didn't want to commit any social interaction and took Vadim's out. Yeah, I'm gonna go look around.
Yeah.
It was nice meeting you both. The formality of that statement felt weird as he said it. Pavel's shoulders sank softly as he watched Sasha stand. Vadim had already made his way to the elevator and stepped inside after waving a quick goodbye. Okay, I'll check up on you later, Sasha. Sasha felt a smile involuntarily tug at his lips. He bit his lower lips to try to hide it.
Okay.
Sasha shoved his hands deep into his pockets as he approached the elevators Vadim had just left through. How one person has so much energy, I'll never know. He laughed to himself and stepped inside the elevator. Okay. Cat, no! No, kitty! No! Okay, I'm thinking my cat's making a good point that this is a good stopping point. Oh goodness, the cats are out of the bag. Sasha's taking it pretty well that Miska's an assassin, isn't he? Oh goodness. Okay, well, I hope you guys liked this part. Let me know down below what you thought about, Pav and everybody, and oh goodness, that was a lot to digest this episode. But I'll see you guys next time. Hopefully we'll go back to Miska and see if there's anything we can do with him. Hopefully he's not gonna get hurt anymore. Oh my god, that boy needs a big first aid kit. All right, bye.